Hi, so my name's Kathy White, and this is the next video in the series of the Joyful Parenting Treasure Map. And I'm going to look at today this area here, the Sea of Changes. If you've had a change recently in your life, you'll know if it was a big change, if it was bereavement or divorce, a change of job, change of house, maybe you changed country. You'll know what an upheaval that is for you. Now, some people glide through there, sail their boat of change very, very easily and gracefully, and some people it feels like it's very turbulent. So what I want to take you through is some of the ways in which we get capsized, some of the ways in which waves wash over us and we feel swamped, and just look at going through the Sea of Changes with more grace and ease so you can take your boat to this area. So we're going to cut to some more detail and look at this area.
This can be a very difficult time for many parents. It could be that you've had a new baby, there's been changes at work, maybe you've lost your job or you have a new promotion, or you've moved house or moved country, or you've been divorced or bereaved, a loved one has died. Whatever it is that has brought you to the Sea of Changes, if you are feeling overwhelmed and at sea with the change, then it probably means that you're not connecting with your children in the same way that you might otherwise. It probably means that a lot of your emotional, spiritual sense of well-being is all tied up in this new change, and that your children and your relationship to your children might be suffering as a consequence. So I'm going to give you 3 places that you can choose to land your boat if you're in the Sea of Changes. So first of all, you have to realize you are the captain of the ship, you're able to take the helm, and you can navigate and choose where to set your anchor down. So the first place that you might want to go to, and I'll take you back to the treasure map, is the Wellness Peninsula up here. You come into the safe harbour and start to feel well about yourself. You could connect with some friends in the campfire of friendship, or get some exercise, get some rest, eat healthily. If you're in a sea of change, the Wellness Peninsula will really serve you well. Otherwise, you may need to anchor your boat over here. I know you can only see part of it, but it's the emotional swamp area. Not somewhere you might choose to anchor, but sometimes you have no choice, and it's really important that you bring something in here with some emotions, some sense of getting through the emotional baggage of what the Sea of Changes has brought up. This can mean a stream of feelings starts to flow well, might be deep feelings, if it's loss, if it's grief. They just need to keep flowing and not to be trying to bottle everything up and get over it immediately. The third place you need to be aware of to navigate your way through the Sea of Changes is the lookout post, an ability to get a breath of fresh air, a better view. If you want to be a joyful parent, you will always give yourself time to observe, to reflect, and get an overview of any given parenting challenge. And if you're similar to many of the parents I work with, there are often things you need to address and change to make this a priority. You probably get very little time in your busy life to do this. This is where having assistance, someone to help you up the lookout post, is helpful. Good friends, other parents, your own parents, they can all help you get an overview, and they can maybe agree with you with how difficult this Sea of Changes is. Oh, isn't it terrible? Oh gosh, you must be so struggling with your new job, or the fact that you've lost your job, or how sad it is that someone's died. And not to say that none of this isn't true. It's all true to a certain degree, but having someone help you get up, and even on the boat itself, find a crow's nest up here and look at the top and get an overview of what is really changing and what is really important, that you discover in more detail how to navigate yourself through and not get caught up in the tendency to go into a negative state of mind about a change, and find where you can turn that around. So how to anchor your vote, how to get to the place you need to get to when you're going through a sea of change, and what nourishes you the best. Visit all the places. Um, that even might be somewhere that's yet unknown, uncharted, and could be exactly where you would find your treasure. So this is the treasure that's in the Sea of Changes, that you know you can navigate these seas, and you want to emerge from this sea feeling empowered by having been there.
So there we have the Sea of Changes. And my wish for you is that you come out of the Sea of changes with a sense that this happened for the best. This happened for me, not to me. And that you know you have learnt and grown from that situation. And that from that situation you have increased an ability to access the treasure of being a joyful parent and connection to your children. And that you are equipped now to weather any storm, any stormy sea that you might find yourself in, any change that life might bring to you, either expected or unexpected, that you have a resilience within you. So that's the Sea of Changes. Now, in my next video, bring a pen and paper, because we are going to map the territory of your own unique parenting treasure map. So join me and we will go through the parenting treasure map. I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to write down what is on your parenting treasure map, so that if you work on your own, with a friend, or if you work with me or any other professional, that you have an ability to explain and explore and know already where you are on the parenting treasure map, where the problems are, where the challenges are, and where you want to get to. The joyful parenting place of treasure. Okay, join me in the next video. Looking forward to it.